Professional wrestler.
Right.
Totally hot.
Now she's following another passion, and she will be showing us, like Christopher said, yoga moves. So
love it.
Let's welcome Trish Stratus.
Hot take.
I wanted to do a Chris. Hi, everyone.
If you want to do a me, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
If you want to do a me, you have to wipe out.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. We'll do that later.
But in your career, you used to wipe out a lot of wrestlers.
Professionally, though, with grace, and I got paid to do it, so it worked out for me.
Wasn't she fabulous when she was doing the wrestling thing? Oh my gosh. So, from professional wrestling to yoga.
Natural transition.
Natural transition. But why yoga?
You know what it was? Life-changing effects of yoga. I actually herniated disc in my back. I was wrestling, and over years they said you're going to have degenerative disc damage, which is like, okay, I got it.
What does that mean?
Your spine's going to slowly deteriorate.
Okay.
It happens.
Right.
It's terrible, but it's like, okay, so it's part of the deal.
Right.
One day I get out of bed, can't move, can't sit more than half an hour at a time.
Okay.
So we did a big thing in our storylines where they wrote me off of television. I had to go home and start a rehab program.
Wow.
2 months into regular physiotherapy, nothing was helping. I couldn't sit more than 45 minutes at a time, and really I thought my whole career was just in jeopardy.
Right.
I was sitting at a traffic light. There was a hot yoga studio there, and I said, I'm going to try it.
Really?
Went into yoga, and I was 2.5 months later.
So it's transformed everything for you.
No pain, went back, finished up my career, never had back pain.
But you know what? It's so different. Let's start some of the yoga moves. I want to see some of the yoga moves that saved your back and saved your
Did you notice I showed up fashionable?
Can I wear those?
I did this actually for you guys.
Yoga shoes, I love that.
This is where you walk in like this, and then to do yoga, you remove your shoes and you got yoga.
But you know what? If I do the yoga moves, I'm going to wear these. Okay, because your career. I mean, you've had such an exciting career, wrestling, and then you've had, you've been on every magazine cover in the entire country and world.
Ready for yoga.
No, I'm actually just getting into position. And then,
Can I get you a pillow?
and then, yes, if you don't mind. And you've also been on every magazine cover. You're like the modern pinup girl.
Well, thank you.
You beat Pam Anderson. You're so
look
hot.
like the modern pinup boy. Hold on a second, yes.
I love you. Okay, let's get to work.
Let's get to work.
Okay, what are we doing?
All right, let's do a sun salutation. You know what this is because
Why am I on my all fours all of a sudden?
I'm not sure. But don't mind him. We're just
okay.
I know you're just starting off. You want to kind of keep it down, but why not stand up? Let's stand up. Why not? Okay, sun salutation is generally how you would begin your yoga practice. So let's stand with our feet together, hands by your sides, and let's inhale, hands up in prayer position. Look at your thumbs and bend at the hips all the way down, exhaling. And you're going to inhale. We're going to straighten the arms. Perfect. And look forward. Let's inhale.
I can't quite get forward.
No, good. And now let's put our hands on the ground. Step back 1 and 2. And maybe for you, Chris, you want to put your knees on the ground?
Oh, sure, I'll do that.
There, that's what you're doing. You were getting there earlier. That's what you were showing. So then we're going to do with the yoga push-up. And you can do this one. He can handle this one.
Okay.
And we're going to go straight down.
Right, okay.
Right, and then we're going to go to upward dog. See, he knows. And then tell me, Stephen, what's next?
Downward dog.
There we go.
Oh, my
Watch
gosh.
that. Yeah. And then eventually you do you're like.
Oh, you come all the way through.
I learned that 3 days ago, though.
But I like how you crush it like at the end.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready for my magazine shoot. You see?
I know, you're totally ready for it. You're all posing there. So tell me, who's the biggest guy you ever brought down in the wrestling ring?
Let's see, probably the Big Show.
Yeah.
He was about 400 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I brought him down, took him down, gave him a couple elbows, and that was it.
And he was out.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wow.
You're one little hot mama. You did Canada proud. Every time you get up there, it's like, look at that little Canadian girl.
One thing that really helped with my back was it's a bridge pose. You may be familiar with that one.
Yeah.
I'm
familiar with that one.
Okay.
Bridge pose.
We're going to go like this. You lie down your back.
Okay.
And let's put your knees just hip width apart, right?
Yep.
Knees hip width apart.
Okay, and then put your hands on the ground and around where your ankles, you can kind of just where you're exactly. Good.
You have to touch them? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can do it.
You don't hold them. Just place them on the ground.
Place them on the ground.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now just raise your hips up.
You've got great boobs. Christopher, I'm sorry. You can't say that. I can't say she's got a great boobs.
Thank you.
I'm just looking at them going, God, you're gorgeous. Look at those boobs.
For yoga.
You're delicious. Do I have my boobs too? Lord. What about mine?
Okay, so,
Can I get
Trish.
Back to business.
Okay, we're going to bend our knees.
Well, I couldn't help but notice. I mean,
Okay.
Let's raise your hips up. Hips
Oh,
up.
no, honey, that's not going to happen.
And if you clasp your heart,
Clasp your hands.
I
can do it. I can do it.
Shine you, are you?
Yeah.
And if you just take some deep breaths.
See, you look hot when you do it. Look at me while I'm doing it.
You look good too.
I got so much junk in the trunk. There's something wagging on the bottom. It's like this is sort of swinging back and forth down here.
I want to see you lift up your hips.
It's like hanging meat.
Let's have you lift up your hips a little more. He's like, forget it.
Okay.
Oh, good Lord.
I lost my mic.
So what's another one?
Okay, give us another one, sweetie. I'm coming to your class, so can't wait.
Okay.
Well, the interesting thing is, like, when I started doing yoga, I went back in the ring, and people were like, oh, my moves were kind of getting better. And, like, I had this cool thing where I thought, well, if I did this knee thing from bridge pose, which we just practiced, right?
Okay. Right.
So you do this.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if I sort of took it another step further, all of a sudden you do this. And then, like, you just pop up, and it was like...
Oh, let me do that. I do that all the time. That's how I got out of bed in the morning.
I know, that's why I did that for you.
Just pop up. Wow.
So, and all these moves sort of integrated into my wrestling career. So it was kind of neat for the, for the sports entertainment of all. I could integrate it into my my wrestling repertoire. But of course, it also increased the longevity of my career, and I was able to go on and like win 7 championships.
Okay, so what was the move? How did you use the move in the wrestling career? I'm like the Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Hulk. And, Incredible Hulk. I meant Hulk. I said Hulk.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think, just calm down a little bit.
Right. A little bit.
Let's just do this. Yoga breath. Let's do a yoga breath.
Okay, let's breathe.
Let's breathe in.
Shiny things.
I see. Okay. And I just want you if you just go swing at me. Go
swing at you?
Swing at me.
Like punch you?
Yes. Yeah, punch me. Let's just see what happens. Go.
Okay, I'm going to try to do this as Butch.
Okay, go. Really swing at me. Come on, give it to me.
Oh, okay. And then what do you do? It's like you're like
pop up.
And you pop up and bang him.
Bang. So that would be what I would do in wrestling.
So you're like rubber woman. It's like,
It's kind of like the Matrix.
Okay.
The Matrix, except I call it Matrish.
Matrix. I love it.
Your own move.
So let's do another move. What are we going to do?
So what's another move we can do at home? Because this is really cool. Something easy.
Something. A lot of people have bad posture. They've been, they're kind of crunched over, like at the computer and stuff, or playing like a villain on the piano.
Yeah.
Bingo. A lot of people.
Right. So you want to stand with you're on your knees, and you're going to go hip width apart. Mm-hmm. Place your hands on your back here. Put your thumbs into your hips. That's right, and just wrap around like that. Mm-hmm. And raise back. Look up at the ceiling, and almost from your chest, raise up and back.
What?
Right?
Okay.
Right?
Here.
Like this. Yeah.
Okay, like that's a string coming up.
From your boobs. You and I got great ones.
Window raises high.
See, now, that's good. And so eventually over time, like a lot of people, they tend to, they'll do this. But you gotta, don't do that though. That's the bad thing.
That's bad.
You want to engage the front of your body.
Okay.
And it's more like a lift and over, like that.
And
over time,
what is that?
What you're doing is you're opening this up, right? And your posture, you're correcting it. Because you're used to doing this, you're opening it up, so it's used to being, it's undone, or unsticking that posture.
And and people can do this at work. So if you're kind of feeling like this, just,
that's the great thing about posture. About yoga is like every posture has an effect, right? So you can get up and you can do a couple what we did there, the sun salutations. Do 5 of them in a row, you'll be surprisingly rejuvenated and ready to go.
I just come over for a cuddle because you're such a doll. Can you give her a round of applause? You are a sweetheart. I absolutely love you. And you know what? Trish has something for the audience. She is going to be giving away free yoga passes from Stratosphere. Help me out. I can't read because I'm exhausted. Free yoga passes for everybody in the audience. For New Yoga Studio.
When we come back, first 2 ways to a black and white.
Yeah, you got to start to. You're such a cutie.